Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to unpackage the contents of our most recent eBay purchase. As you can see, this package had a few items in it and not all cigarette lighters, so a little bit different from what you might typically see when we do an unboxing video. We will start here with what on this channel we typically call an other useful mechanism. We don't repair butane lighters, which is, from what this says up here, ABC gas lighter, gold view. I'm assuming that this is a butane fueled lighter. It appears as though it was made in China, although it doesn't actually say China on that box. That's what those markings look like to me. I could be wrong. This is marked Gold View Crown on the bottom. It has a plastic tank, which is see-through, so you have a visible fuel supply. Also here on that fuel tank where you can see the fuel supply, it is marked Mitsui Osk Lines. I'm not sure if that is a ship line. That would be my guess. Possibly a train. Who knows? Some form of transportation or means by which goods are or were shipped. I don't have any idea what time frame this lighter might have been manufactured. My guess would be probably in the 70s or 80s. And with the fuel in there, it just makes you wonder. We've got a spark, but will the lighter actually ignite and work? Well, there you go. Very strong flame when you turn the adjustment all the way up, and then adjusts down very nicely where it is still lit. Well, it may not be what we would term a dependable lighter because there are just too many misses in between ignitions. It is interesting to me to pull an old butane lighter out of a box like this and have it working. Now, as far as I know, the seller that sold this to me could have filled it up with fuel right before they mailed it. So that might be a fun little project that we can look a little bit deeper into and see if we can determine or maybe get this lighter to work a little bit more reliably. But it does work, so that's interesting. I didn't pay a whole lot for this group of items. The listing when I first saw it was a penny start auction with a make offer option on it. I offered what I felt like was a reasonable amount and the seller accepted it. It was not the 99 cents that you see right there, but all in, I think I paid somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 for all four of these items. So far we've got a butane lighter that holds fuel or has fuel in it and seems to be working semi-reliably. We have a cross pin, or actually a cross pencil, a mechanical pencil, and at least the extension and retracting of the lead appears to be working on that pencil. So we will get that cleaned up. Looks like this may be an advertising model. Has an enameled emblem on there. Looks like it says BB5 or BBS, hard to say. See the cross name engraved into the pencil up here at the top with some nice engine turning. And let's take a look and just see if, okay, according to the box here, this is a 12 karat gold filled mechanical pencil. So another interesting item so far there. We've got two items that appear to work. Now this particular item was listed in the eBay auction as a sterling silver perfume atomizer. And in the pictures it looked a little bit more to me like it might be aluminum. But you will see right there on this back spine, a little bit difficult to see with the light, but there is marked 925 on that side. And then on this other spine down at the bottom it is marked sterling. So I believe this is a sterling silver perfume atomizer or cologne atomizer. Fairly heavy in the hand and really nice engraved scroll work. We'll have to get that cleaned up. It is marked Amore. And it looks like there may be some writing on that fill screw or some engraving on the fill screw. But at the moment, I can't see that well enough to read it. And I'm also trying to the way that these typically work, if I remember correctly, you lower the plunger and then the cap will hold it. And it appeared as though it was holding it before I pulled it out of the paper that it was wrapped in, but not holding now. So this item may be for parts only, maybe for scrap. It is sterling silver, which it is clearly marked. It is a perfume atomizer, which you can see the nozzles right there underneath that cap. But whether or not we can get this to work may be another story. There you go. There it's holding in place. You depress the plunger and it exposes those nozzles, and then this would pump the fuel out. So we will get that cleaned up, check it out, see if perhaps it might work, see if we might be able to improve its function any. But anyway, around it, a neat item from time gone by that obviously with this one needs a little bit of work. No problem at all. The star of this entire listing, which things work out right here, then perhaps I can get enough back from these other items so that I don't actually have to spend anything to add this lighter to my collection. But as you can see, this is a hot pink Penguin Cygnus petrol lighter, full size, with a clock. It looks like it is marked Torvik Deluxe. I can't read what it says down there below. This lighter is not perfect, and I could see that, or at least I suspected that in the listing photos. The lighter may be unused, but I have a feeling that the fuel screw is stuck, because you can see right here that somebody has scratched up the fuel screw on the sides, both on the front and back, trying to get it out of there. And not only that, but caused some damage to the surface of the lighter in that area on both the front and the back. There are some blemishes, some scuffing blemishes that are really unfortunate. And like I said, I knew it was a possibility by looking at the listing photos. They weren't very good photos, so I wasn't certain. But it's not completely disappointing to find it in this condition because, as I said, had a pretty good clue from the listing photos that there might be some blemishes to the back. Couldn't really see the blemishes to the front or the fuel screw, but looking at those pictures now after seeing this in person, probably should have been able to perceive that a little bit better. But all in all, for what I paid for all of this stuff, I am not disappointed to have this lighter. I will most likely try to replace this fuel screw, assuming that I can get it out of there. And I will just live with these blemishes that are to the body of the lighter. Hopefully we can get this lighter up and running with no problem. Hopefully also we can get the clock functioning and working as it should. And then this would be the first clock or watch version of a Penguin Cygnus petrol lighter that we will be adding to our collection. Until next time.